first game of the season, how would you describe it?
Exhilarating. It was really fun to have our first home win. And then I heard that was the first season opener win since 2015, so it just feels great.
And you played with a lot of effort, a lot of energy out there.
Mm-hmm.
Were you coming in feeling very good about the opener?
To be honest, I wasn't really excited about the game until once I got on the court. I wasn't nervous. I was just content and ready for the moment. Once I got on the court, I was like, okay, it's game time. Let's go.
Sometimes at some point, I think in the second quarter, that you really were into it, the love of emotion. What do those moments mean for the team?
Sorry, could you repeat?
I think it was an and one bucket in the first or second quarter. You were really excited. What do those moments mean for the team?
Yeah, I was just feeling really good, and we were doing good as a team at that point. So it just kind of carried on. When we were doing so well with each other, it just made me excited for our team.
Well, kind of take me through the last part of the game when the final horn went off. You came running over to the side. What did that mean to you? Kind of an emotional win for you guys.
Well, first of all, we were ranked 9th or in the Mountain West. So just the feeling of beating St. Mary's, one of the teams that we're not supposed to beat, or one of the teams that are ranked higher, statistically, it was just great. I don't know how else to explain it.
What does the win do for this team's confidence moving forward?
We got to protect Lawler. That's really it. You win, and then you keep winning. You want to be, by the end of it, I think 7-0 before the preseason, and that's what we're trying to do.
And Essence looked like she was really control out there. Is that usually exciting to watch, even though you're on the court with her?
Oh, yeah. Anytime Essence does something great, I'm always there for it. If she does something bad, I'd be like, all right, Essence, you got to do better. We're just in sync.
Anything else for Maya? Thank you, Maya. Question for Essence Booker.
It seemed like anytime the team had a big bucket today, you were right there to give it to them. What was your feeling like in the game, and what did you bring that sort of made you ready to do that?
I just know we put in a lot of work as a team over the summer. Amanda reminded us of our conditioning. At halftime, we went into the locker room. So just next shot mentality, next play mentality. If I missed, then I was ready to go for the next one.
And 17 points today, very exciting. How do you describe your performance overall?
I wouldn't be able to do it without the team. Honestly, they picked me up and they held my head high when I wanted to put it down, when I wanted to sub. But I don't know, I just feel like I need to do that in order for us to win. So it was a great team win. They helped me a lot.
And defense looks very aggressive, same as it did on Saturday against William Jessup. Is that a point of emphasis in practice?
Oh, for sure. We had to key in on 2 players for sure, but we didn't overlook the rest of the players. Amanda obviously had me matched up with one of their better players, so I knew if she scored on me that Amanda was going to get in me. So I just had to lock in and focus on the moment, that play.
St. Mary's made a little bit of a run in the third quarter and kind of the start of the fourth quarter. How did you guys buckle down and really keep your lead the rest of the way?
Honestly, we just didn't get nervous. It was just if they scored, we wanted to score again. Amanda preached all week in practice that if they score, we need to get it out fast and go again. Don't worry about the bucket. We need to get a bucket. And honestly, they didn't have a ball stopper, so our point guards were just pushing it down their throat. So that's what we wanted to do, is just transition and get a bucket.
It seemed like this year's team, at least in this first game, was a lot more smooth than you guys were last season. Did you notice that difference? And if so, what kind of was the biggest difference this year?
Honestly, our team chemistry. We care about each other a lot. We obviously, that Spain trip helped us gain that chemistry, so thank you again for that. But just our team chemistry, we're connected. We actually care about each other. So when you care about each other on the court, it's a whole different game.
And a couple of big threes for you there before. As a whole, the team shot 53%. How much does it matter that the team can shoot this well, first 2 games of the season?
It's important. We have a lot of shooters on the team, and we feed off of that. When someone makes it, then the next person, if we miss a shot, then we're going to think we're going to make the next one too. We just feed off of each other. So it's important we get shots up and we make them.
And Maya West made 2 of 2 today. When you see your bigs kind of go stepping out there shooting those threes, is that something that kind of feels like, okay, yeah, I can go and make those as well?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Amaya passes up a lot of threes, and Amanda and I try to hold her accountable, especially in practice. And I'm surprised she got him up today, but she got him up and she went 2 for 2. Proud of her.
Anything else for Essence? Thank you, Essence.
Thank you.
Regular season, real deal. How are you feeling about the game going in, and how would you describe the performance?
Well, I thought this would be one of the best teams on our preseason schedule. You know, somebody who's traditionally been in the postseason in the top four of a really good women's basketball conference in the WCC. So we knew this was going to be tough, and we knew we were going to have our hands full with their guard play and their size. And their guards are really, really good. They're a little bit inexperienced at the post position. They graduated two of their best players from last year, and so I think once they figure that position out, they're going to be really good, like they are, year in and year out. With our team, I'm just really proud of the way that they responded. Every time St. Mary's went on a run or tied the game, we came down and we kind of did the right thing, and our players played with a lot of confidence. We didn't get tight. We stepped up and hit shots, and it came from different people on the floor. We had a stretch there where Marguerite and Imani just really imposed themselves in the paint, and they were really challenged in a timeout to go do that, and I thought they both responded and gave us some big plays. And then Allie and Essence and Amaya all each hit a big perimeter shot late in the game, and all of those plays, I told them, I'm like, they're a result of what they do every single day in practice. They put in the work, and this is what happens when you do that.
And 4 plays scored in double figures today. Is that kind of scoring distribution you kind of hoping to see going forward?
For sure, and I think night in, night out, that those 4 double-figure people could be different people. They probably will, because we're really balanced and we have different strengths at different positions. And Dominique Phillips didn't play a ton today, and she's someone I think that might be on the floor 20 or 30 minutes the next game and be somebody that's in double figures because we have that type of depth. So I want our players that maybe didn't play a lot to stay hungry, and the players that played a lot not to get happy and full of themselves. This is one win, and it's a really long season, and it's a great win for our program. So I want them to enjoy it tonight, but we got to come back and get better and get ready for Saturday.
And last year the team felt a little top heavy. Was it a point of emphasis for you to go out in the summer and make sure there was a lot of depth from one to the team?
Well, we wanted some experience. We would have returned 8 underclassmen with what we had signed, and we would have only had 1 senior, and that was Sammy. We had Michaela, but she's no longer with us, so we would have had no upperclassmen, and that was really a point of our recruiting, was we need older players that have played college basketball. And I thought our staff did a great job going out and signing 5 transfers that are all impact players for our program.
Was there anything that maybe surprised you about the team that you didn't see last week in the first exhibition game?
Well, just like our ability to respond in a close game. We haven't really been in one. We were in some in Spain, and we didn't always respond in the right way, but it was good that we had those opportunities to work some of that stuff out in August and not today, because it might not have gone our way if that was the case. But I'm just really proud of how they handled a tough opponent, and they responded positively. I just like the feel in huddles and stuff. We never felt tight. It never felt like we weren't in control of anything. And with kind of a new group of players, I thought that was really awesome. As a coach, I'm proud to be a part of that.
How important is it to have that culture building so early on in preseason for conference placements?
I think it's just so important that you learn how to win in preseason, especially like my first year. You're a new coach, there's a lot of newness, and last year we didn't do it, and it came with us to conference, and then this year we have so many new players, and it's I just think it's so important that we understand how to win and how to take games before you get into the grind of conference season, because you're going to be in a lot of those moments in conference season because everybody knows each other so well, and if you don't know how to do that, or you don't have the confidence to do that, teams usually don't win close games, and that's what we want to be able to do, is figure out how, when you're in those situations, it doesn't matter how you do it, but you just have to find a way to do it.
And you talked about the team's defensive effort on Saturday. How would you describe the defensive effort tonight?
We had great effort. I don't know if we always had great results. We did a lot of things really well that we knew we had to do well against St. Mary's. They're a great cutting, passing team, but we did have a lot of breakdowns. There's just so much room for us to improve. That's what I think I'm probably most excited about from this game is I just look at lots of different areas on both sides of the ball, and we have so much room to grow. And so when you win a game, when you're definitely not at your best, it's exciting for a coach because we can just continue to get better. And that's, we have a long season, and we will do that.
What are some of those areas?
Not letting people get taken all the way to the basket with no help. You know what I mean? Guarding people one-on-one and not keying in on their best players, that kind of thing. We got ISO'd and scored over way too much, in the middle of the floor. And you can't do that against good teams. But St. Mary's will spread you out because they can shoot it. But we have to get better as a team defensively. and rebounding. We got killed on the boards. We got out-rebounded by 14, and you're not going to win consistently, getting under 30 rebounds and getting out-rebounded by 14 in a game, and shooting as poorly as we did from the free throw line. We shot under 60%. So, I could go on and on and on, but those are like the three that come to my mind right away. And we didn't do a very good job of exploiting switches. We should have capitalized better on their breakdowns defensively, and we did later in the game. But early in the game, you have to recognize that, especially when you have prepared for it going into the game.
And no one played about 30 minutes today. Is that something you're looking to do going forward?
We're going to play the people that are playing well, and I don't think either team's game conditioning. I thought both teams looked tired at different points, and that's early in the season. But our team, there might be nights that we need people to play 30-plus minutes, and we got to continue to work on our conditioning so that we're able to do that and still play at a high level and not drop off.
Speaking of minutes, Ali Hammond, as a freshman, she got 28 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
What did she bring to the team today, and what does she bring for the team overall?
She's just so steady. So steady. You know exactly what you're going to get with her. She never is too high or too low. She plays great defense. She rebounds on offense. She's a great rebounding guard. She stepped up and hit a huge three for us. We ran the play wrong, and she's like, okay, I'll knock this down. You know what I mean? And so I love that she stepped up and took that shot with not a care in the world. And I thought she played great defense for her freshman outing against, some of the best guards that we're going to see.
There were a number of times last year that you guys were kind of on the wrong side of the game. How were you guys able to buckle down and really pull this one out?
I think we just kept talking about certain things in timeouts of what we wanted to do, and our team, like I said, the feel in the huddle, we just felt really together and just a lot of confidence. You know what I mean? It never felt tight or we weren't in control of the game. And so I can't really explain that feeling, but you can feel it when you're in a timeout. Sometimes you're like, oh, this isn't going to go well. The team is tight, and how do you calm them down? But, I think we could even be better because we missed, the front ends of a lot of two-shot free throws down, when we could have put them away a little bit more than we did. But I thought they just believed that they could win, which was great. And I think that is a result of a lot of work in their off season, and the work doesn't lie. You know what I mean? I think that teams deserve success when they put in the work, and I think our teams definitely put in the work.
Does that sense of security come from maybe another year of experience for some of them? Maya, Essence had huge games for you guys.
Absolutely, and they were on the floor. Same with Imani. A lot of plays last year when it didn't go our way on different games. So they've been on the other side of that, and honestly, that feeling's awful. And so sometimes the best way to learn how to win is hating to lose. You know what I mean? To feel that type of feeling. And a lot of our players had families that came in for the first game, which is awesome. We had that support, and I know when you're playing in front of people you really care about, you want to do well, and I'm sure that played into some of them, feeling confident and wanting to get a win, not for just themselves and their teammates, but their families that made the commitment to come to the game.
Essence has had 2 good games now in a row. How do you see her role in this team?
Hopefully like this. That'd be great. I think for her last year, all we really wanted her to do was continue to be consistent, and I think she's been consistent so far. And we're just working with her on trying to just give her the specific things we need her to do for our team to be successful. And she's buying into them and trying to do them. And, last year, she's pretty good at so many things that she's trying to do all of them all the time versus okay, what am I really good at? Kind of simplifying her game and playing to her strengths.
She was limping a little.
Yeah, she had a cramp. So she'll be okay.
Anything else for Coach? Thank you.
Thank you, guys.